And that's a great example of what we're talking about. As the point develops, Lepchenko is just too wily at the moment for Witthoeft. He's being forced into a number of errors. And that was crucial in the second set. As you can see, the unforced errors count just creeping up from the German, and the winners column not able to match it. And it was a different story for Lepchenko, whose first serve percentage dipped, as did Witthoeft's, but she was able to take the chances that came her way, and Witthoeft not able to create any kind of pressure on the serve of Lepchenko, who won twice as many points as the German. She needs a hold of serve here, you would think. But the line was calling. Lepchenko not able to answer that call. Faults have started to creep up as well. It was a better serve, an emphatic response. This is better serving. Muscular hold of serve from Karina Witthoeft. Lovely finish. Hasn't been able to break the serve of the American since the first set. One of the reasons why Lepchenko's been able to barge her way back into this match. That's some very good serving. 8th ace of the contest. Looks really comfortable on serve right now. Super strike again from Lepchenko. A hold to love. And she's back in front in this third and final set.
So selbstbewusst gespielt. Du erst mal vom ersten Satz. Bist immer schön über den Ball gegangen, bist tief, hast einfach durchgezogen. Dies nicht zutrauen und hadern, weil du Fehler machst. Das funktioniert nicht. Dazu ist sie zu gut. Geh da durch, spiel deine Technik machen, den tiefen Stand, verteil. Bist ein bisschen über Rückhand gegangen, aber hast hauptsächlich verteilt. Du musst nicht genau auf die Linie ziehen. Spiel schöne Länge. Gib dir keine Chancen, Punkt. Du kannst das doch. Ich mache einen Fehler. Weil es dir nicht zutraust. Du kannst das. Ja? Kreuz. Zwing dich dazu. Was Barbara vorhin gesagt hat. Auch wenn du das vielleicht nicht willst. Letztendlich zwingt die Gegner nicht dazu. Komm. Hm? Ja und? Das ist völlig wurscht. Du willst jetzt hier siegen und du spielst. Kümmere dich doch nicht um so einen Quatsch. Okay.
Crowd doing their bit to try and rally Karina Witthoeft, who had a long conversation with her mum and Coach Gabby. Well, she didn't really talk much. Her mum did. She didn't say very much at all. She looks a little bewildered by the way this match has turned around. It's so difficult to stop momentum when it starts. And the first serve finds the mark. It's, as you would expect, done a lot of damage. That's a wonderful volley. And is that going to be a moment of inspiration? It's a lovely strike. What a volley. Excellent control on that. Well, the first serve is crept back in terms of the stats for Witthoeft. She needs it too. Much more vulnerable on second serve. Serving second in this third set. Always a little more difficult, gives an advantage to your opponent. Lepchenko has looked solid on serve. Serving with new balls then, 2-all. Third and final set. Well, a little loose. I haven't seen this on Lepchenko's serve for a long time. She had to be really careful, didn't she, with that serve? And Witthoeft was waiting for it. Well, out of nowhere. Here are chances to seize the initiative. And she has a double fault. Just at the wrong time for Lepchenko, but the perfect time for Karina Witthoeft, who has the advantage in this final set. It's been a while since she had her nose in front in this match, hasn't it? Back end of the first set. Nicely done. Was off the mark rapidly after an hour and 46 minutes of this match. Still able to execute impressively on a sprint to the net. Yeah, she left the door open. And Lepchenko didn't need a second invitation there. Pummeling away at the Lepchenko backhand. Good response. Still has a break point to defend. Some brutal hitting, and Lepchenko does reply with a break of serve of her own.
What's the problem, Barbara?
We're back on serve again in this final set. Scintillating forehand. Too good. Gorgeous angle. Well, it did look like it was going to drift ever so slightly wide. And that was the call from the chair as well. Mariana Veljovic. Clever serve again down the tee. She's exploited that serve so effectively. There it is again. Wonderful ace. He's heading towards double figures in that department. And again, brilliantly timed.
Time.
Not the start she was looking for. Behind the first serve when it lands. She's been so impressive. Lepchenko not having things all her own way in this set as she did in the second. Is this the moment she's going to break decisively in this match? Oh, that's so unlucky. Would have been a wonderful passing shot had it made the journey unfettered by the let court. As it was, that lead court took it straight into the body of Witthoeft, and this is break point. What a volley. Nerves of steel again, the net trying to intervene. Forehand's back, isn't it? what a hold that could prove to be from Witthoeft. Under extreme pressure. How will that affect Lepchenko? 1 minute thinking she was going to have a break of serve and serve for the match. Now, at 4-all, it's very different again, isn't it? Hasn't had as many free points as she had in the second set and the back end of the first set from the German. Yeah, that is a terrific hold of serve. And Lepchenko doing a great job of just keeping Witthoeft at arm's length there. She leads 5-4. So after 2 hours and 1 minute of an absorbing match between these two, which has ebbed and flowed, Karina Witthoeft finds herself serving to stay in the match. another of those grueling exchanges between these two. And when the points have gone long, they have invariably gone the way of the American. Clever second serve into the body of Lepchenko. It surprised her. Has been a little vulnerable at times on the backhand return, especially on second serve. Rather snatched at that. Gorgeous angle on that volley. Witthoeft doing really well to keep asking the questions in that rally. Big point now. 4-5. Final set, 30 all. Is long. It looked like it was going to be from the minute it left the racket of Karina Witthoeft, and as a result, here comes a match point for Varvar Lepchenko. Into the net, would you believe it? She was there. If she was a cat, Karina Witthoeft has just used up one of her 9 lives there. Got away with it. Well, she manages to dig herself out of a hole in that game. And on we go in this match, the match that will never end. These two slugging it out. You could see them still here at midnight tonight, just hammering balls at each other. And still we go on. Lepchenko has had a match point, though. How is she going to respond to that? Sometimes you can be vulnerable when you've had a chance to seal victory and not been able to do so. Witthoeft is suddenly reinvigorated, having saved a match point. Yet again, that serve down the tee. She has executed it magnificently. Into double figures in the aces column now, the American. And the vast majority of them have come right down the middle. That's the first sign of fatigue we've seen from Lepchenko. Just wonderful from both of them.
14.
All the depth has returned from Karina Witthoeft, and at times it's surprising Lepchenko. Balls are landing right on the line. Yeah, you can't afford to be that short against Lepchenko. She'll punish you, and she did there. So again, she edges back in front. She's guaranteed a tiebreak at least in this third and final set. Good response from Varvara Lepchenko, overcoming the disappointment of having a match point she couldn't convert. She'll be looking to try and create some more opportunities here as Witthoeft finds herself serving again to stay in the match. Well played. Lepchenko had a mid-court forehand halfway through that rally. Didn't do enough with it, and from that point on, she was on the back foot. Oh dear. Got that all wrong. Fabulous angle on the backhand cross court from Lepchenko. Then got in a bit of a pickle with the drop shot. Well, she offered her the line. Didn't get too much space. It is to be a tie-break then. Well, I said at the start of the match I thought it would go the distance, and they are taking us the ultimate distance here. Over 2¼ hours on the clock, and still they cannot be separated. The question is, who is going to emerge with a place in the round of 16? Nothing between these two, there really isn't. Made it! My goodness me, that is outstanding.